Following Real Madrid's recent match against Mallorca, they won 2-1 was the final score. They won in the last 20 seconds, which was a crazy play. An assist from one of the center backs, and the other center back was the one that scored the goal with 20 seconds left on the clock. If we take a look at the table, they're still down 4 points behind from Barcelona. To be honest, I don't think Real Madrid are going to make it. I don't think Barcelona are going to lose 3 games in a row. They have games left against Espanyol today, which is May 15th. Then they have Villarreal, and then they have Atletico Club. Now, to be fair to Real Madrid and the way that they have been playing, yesterday's game was a little different. You could see that the team was playing a lot more as a team instead of just giving the ball to Mbappe and hope he does something, or giving the ball to Vini or Rodrigo, which, by the way, Vini and Rodrigo didn't play. Apparently, they're both injured. There was some concerns with Rodrigo not wanting to play and some news that Fabrizio Romano took out on Twitter, but let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on the match and then what's coming forward for Real Madrid. They had a total of 39 shots compared to 13 shots on target and 72 ball possession. You might think the opponent is not that good of a team. However, they're 9th in the league, which is not completely terrible. And not only that, these are not numbers that Real Madrid usually put up, okay? They don't have these amount of shots, and especially not this amount of shots on target. Another thing to take a look at is take a look at how many corners. They did have 26 corners, and none of those corners came to a goal. So this is something I believe they have to work on. So let's get into the news. Now, Real Madrid have finally agreed to pay Dean Huijsen, I think that's his name, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, 50 million release clause to Bournemouth. And I believe they're going to do it in about 3 installments. At least that's what they're talking about. Now, the Spanish international, he's only 20 years old, and he's close already to joining Real Madrid, which is crazy. I wish I would be in talks to join Real Madrid when I was 20 years old. Now, there has been a lot of talks about this guy, especially now that he's even in the Spain team squad. Do I think he's a good player? Yeah, definitely. I think he's a good player. Is he the player Real Madrid needs? From my personal opinion, I don't think he's a Madrid center back type, but he is a Xabi Alonso center back type. And if you've been following football news, you can see that Xabi Alonso is expected to join Real Madrid for the Club World Cup, which is going to happen in a few months, not too far from now. So that's why I think Real Madrid is sort of making this signing, obviously to prepare for the future, and also because they have 5 defenders injured. They have Mendy, they have Militao, they have Rudiger injured, they have Carvajal injured, and they have David Alaba injured. Pretty much all of their defense. Now, Xabi Alonso already confirmed that he is leaving Bayer Leverkusen to join Real Madrid. So let's see how this player can perform with him, okay? So let's take a look at some stats to see how good of a center back this guy actually is. Now, keep in mind, we can't take a look at this 12 wins, 9 losses because he isn't playing in a top team in the Premier League. However, he is performing really well. Out of 30 appearances, he has 3 goals, 1 assist, and 7 clean sheets. And let's focus, before we go into the defense play, let's focus on the team play real quick. One thing I want to highlight is the total passes he has and the passes per match. Now, he is averaging about 50.43 passes per match. And if we take a look in the Premier League, the average center back averages about 40 passes per 90 minutes. So he's already passing a lot more than the average center back in the Premier League. Obviously, there's going to be center backs in teams like Manchester City and maybe Arsenal, like players like Saliba, that are going to be passing the ball a lot more because that's just how the team plays. Now, he has 28 goals conceded. I mean, guys, remember, not a top team in the Premier League. Still, they're doing pretty good. He has 36 tackles. His tackle success rate is 72%. So basically, out of 10 tackles, he's going to be successful 7 of them, which is very good, honestly, to be a center back. And honestly, I don't think he's a very fast player. He's more of good with the ball, which is rare for a center back, and it's more common nowadays. And he can also play with both feet, the right and the left leg. One positive that he does have, and I think will benefit Real Madrid, is that this guy is 6'5". Real Madrid doesn't have really tall center backs apart from Rudiger, and not even the fullbacks. Okay, Carvajal's like 5'5", and then we have Fran Garcia on the other side, which is 5'5" as well, or like 5'6". And again, this isn't the type of aggressive center back that you would see play in Real Madrid. As you can see, he has no red cards and only 9 yellow cards. And in the attack, he has a total of 3 goals, and those are all headed goals. So if we jump back to Real Madrid with 26 corners and no goals scored, this guy can help with that as well. Now, over the last 12 months, he has a SoFi rating of 7.28, which is very good to be a center back. Again, I have to say it again, he's not in a top team in the Premier League. So what is this guy going to perform? How is he going to perform in a team like Real Madrid that they barely lose? Now, if we take a look at his attributes overview, obviously his attacking and his technical skills not going to be the best. But if we take a look at his defending, it's 79, and he's only 20 years old. So this is definitely going to increase. Now, let me know in the comments below what you think. Is this going to be a good center back for Real Madrid? Does he fit Real Madrid, and is he going to fit with Xabi Alonso's sort of team play? We saw that in Bayern Leverkusen. He does attack a lot and he presses high. So his speed might be a negative when it comes to this, but I mean, if you're pressing right, you have your team compact, there isn't that many spaces, I don't see why he can't perform. Personally, I'm eager to see if at the end of the day the deal is made, which is looks like it's going to happen, and I want to see how he performs, and most likely we're going to see him play in the World Cup. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.